Assalamu'alaikum, warahmatullahi, wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters. Myself, Zaida Sachidina, welcome you all to our channel Nemat Islam, where we will discuss a very important topic which is much needed in today's time, all from the Quran and Hadith. So, are you ready to save your marriage or to make it even more blissful and at the same time be a Jannati? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Point 2. Obligatory obedience to husband. When you respect someone, it's a natural instinct of humans to be obedient towards that someone with love and honor. So the wives here should remember that pleasing their husbands is a way to Jannah. According to Sahih Hadith, Ibn Hibban 4252, Prophet Mohammad, peace be upon him, said, if a woman prays 5 daily prayers, fasts the month of Ramadan, guards her chastity, obeys her husband, it will be said to her, enter paradise from whichever of the gates of paradise you wish. According to Hadith Sunan Ibn Majah 1854, any woman who dies when her husband is pleased with her will enter paradise. So don't you all think we should please our husbands and obey them? Yes, of course, inshallah. So that the doors of paradise will be open for us. Also, the trait or ways of a righteous woman is that if she obeys Allah Almighty, she has to obey her husband because that is an order given by Allah Almighty. And I do not think that any one of us would like to disobey Allah Almighty. According to Surah Nisa verse 34, men are the caretakers of women, as men are provisioned by Allah Almighty over women and tasked with supporting them financially. By this we understand that men are protectors and maintainers of women. They excel women in terms of status due to the responsibilities given to them. Hence, wives should be obedient to those who are higher to them. This obedience will also include obeying them and guarding one's chastity. Hadiths of Tafsir Ibn Kasir 1/492. Ali ibn Abi Talha said, men are the protectors and maintainers of women. Means they are in charge of them. That is, the wife should obey husband in matter of obedience that Allah Almighty has enjoined upon her and obey him by treating his family well and taking care of his wealth. Thus we understand that Allah Almighty has made the male a qawwam, means protector, leader, maintainer of the woman, by commanding, directing and taking care of her just as a guardian takes care of their charges. By virtues of physical and mental faculties that Allah Almighty has given only to men and the financial obligations that He has enjoined upon them. Therefore, the wife should economize with the permission of her husband. This also includes not keeping voluntary fasts without husband's permission and doing charity without his knowledge. Also not allowing anyone in the house whom the husband has not permitted. Narrated by Sahih Muslim 1026, Prophet Mohammad, peace be upon him, said, it is not permitted for a woman to fast when a husband is present without his permission, or to admit anyone into this house without his permission, and whatever she spends in charity of his wealth without his consent. This also includes the relatives of the wife. If the husband does not like them, then she has to oblige. She has to obey him. She can try and convince him to allow the relatives so that she can meet them, mahrams only. But she has to obey the order whether or not the reason for the husband forbidding is right or not. He is answerable for his actions, and the wife will be rewarded for her patience or sabr. But if she fights and lets her relatives in without the permission or the consent of her husband, then she is disobeying and is answerable to Allah Almighty for her actions. Obedience also means being disciplined. However, if the wife fails to be disciplined, then the husband has a right to discipline her. If she disobeys him in something good, not if she disobeys him in something sinful. Allah Almighty says in Surah Nisa, verse number 34, as to those women on whose part you see ill conduct, admonish or warn them first. Next, refuse to share their beds. And last, beat them lightly. I repeat, beat them lightly if it is useful. Let me help you understand the last part of Surah Nisa, verse 34. This verse is meant for all those troubled husbands who wish to correct their wives when they are indisciplined in nature. They can exercise their rights in 3 steps for reconciliation, and they are: number 1, try to advise her with love and affection. For example, buy gifts for her, be romantic, take her on a vacation. If she does not improve, then step 2, don't sleep with her. Sleep in different rooms, give her space. If house is small, then you leave the house, but do not ask her to leave the house. Even then, if she does not understand, then the 3rd step is to hit her lightly, like hitting with a toothbrush. No slapping on the face or giving bruises or breaking bones. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stated, a pious husband will never hit. This is a very severe and last step to improve your wife's behavior. This order came later when men said that these wives are uncontrollable and are doing shameful acts. Men should convince them by words first. Hitting is not a solution nor an order. If women become obedient, then husband should not hit the 2nd time. Allah Almighty has warned husbands that they should not find excuses to hit their wives, because Allah Almighty indeed knows everything. So do not behave inhumanly with her. In Khutbah Huja al-Wida, that is a sermon, Prophet, peace be upon him, clearly explains the treatment of women. He said, O people, it is true that you have the right with regards to your women, but they also have rights over you. If they abide by your rights, then to them belongs the right to be fed and clothed in kindness. Do treat your women well and be kind to them, for they are your partners and committed helpers. Therefore, hitting them means tapping lightly. Moreover, before hitting them, it's advisable to separate one's bed and warn them. So, dear men, hitting doesn't mean actually beating. It is just meant to give a tap, and that too only when your woman does shameful acts. Hadith Sunan Abi Dawud 2143. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, forbade wife beating. Narrated Muawiyah al-Kushayri. I went to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and asked him, what do you say or command about our wives? He replied, give them food, what you have for yourself, and clothe them by which you clothe yourself, and do not beat them, and do not revile them, means do not criticize them or insult them in an angry manner. I will now end here with a beautiful hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari number 16. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, who loves a person and he loves him only for Allah Almighty's sake will have the sweetness, the delight of faith. Ameen, summa ameen, jazakallah khair.